Hi, Jeradine. So my first question to ask you, what are your plans for next year since school will primarily be in person in terms of school? Sorry, I'm gonna restart that. What are your plans for next year since school will primarily be in person in terms of social events and the Kuya Ate Aring mentorship program while following CDC and STSU COVID guidelines?
Mhm. One of my main priorities when hosting social events is definitely, like I said in my speech, to ensure that we follow county and university COVID guidelines and that we are able to be as safe as possible. And especially with bigger events such as KAA reveal, which is generally held in person, but however, this year we did have to do it in an online format. And if next year, if it is possible to have it in person, I intend to especially have the fall semester KAA reveal be held either on different days or at on the same day, but at different blocks of time so that people can, still participate and be in person if possible and if safe to do so, so that there is like that limited number of spots for each block of time. And, so we are able to social distance and be as safe as possible. Um, and yeah.
Okay. And then for your second question, usually the social activities coordinator's biggest slash most popular event is the Kuya Ate Aring mentorship program. With that being said, how do you plan to make your other social events as big as K is, including the pillars within them?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, sorry. Okay. Usually the social activities coordinator's biggest slash most popular event is the Kuya Ate Aring mentorship program. With that being said, how do you plan to make your other social events as big as the mentorship program, including uh, while including the pillars within them?
Mhm. Throughout the year, I definitely do want to encourage people to come out to the different AB Samahan events that we have, whether they are specifically social events or whether they are collaborative events with other organizations or just with other schools in general. Like I mentioned in my speech, I do want to implement more year-round activities so that people are encouraged to come out to things like study sessions and work with academics so that people are able to socialize or have like a little study break implemented into these study sessions. And if possible, even possibly working with academic again to incorporate that social setting when meeting and getting to know like academic mentors so they are able to increase their network. Also, like I mentioned in my speech, I do want to work with political and community to host socials specifically for those in the ABLE program so that they are able to get to know each other better. And even though I do know that this does already happen through the icebreakers and like the after hours that occur within the ABLE program, I know that oftentimes people are not able to go to some meetings or to stay after. And I feel that having like designated times where they are able to get to know each other, that this would not only help build and strengthen the bonds that they have with one another, but also, help with retention and, encourage people to come out more, especially for those who may not be as active as they're able to see this little community that we've been able to build within this, within our greater Samahan community. And again, I would also like to work with the COCOs in order to continue to host like the parole workshop, for example, because I had a lot of fun going to that one and, possibly making that an annual event that members can look forward to and also holding other workshops along with the COCOs where people can learn about traditional Filipinx things such as dances or games. And, at the end, everyone is able to use and show what they've learned and just doing or just incorporating different social activities such as those to really encourage people to come out and get to know each other and really keep um, involvement high throughout the year.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Long. Thank you, Geraldine. Now we will proceed to have a member from Elections Committee ask the same two questions from the audience. Hello, Jeradine. Okay, so I have 2 audience questions for you. So the first one is, after KA reveal night, there has been a pattern where groups tend to form cliques within Samahan. So how will you combat this issue to make sure that everyone else feels included and welcomed into our organization?
So to combat that issue and ensure that people do feel more included and welcomed, I would definitely encourage people to come out to the social events that we hold, and possibly if we do have like game nights, for example, where people are encouraged to work in pairs or in groups, where they're more encouraged to meet someone new, just so they are able to create bonds with like more people. And going along with that, also just making sure that in order to ensure that everyone feels welcome, just possibly introducing them to new people that they may have similar interests in, like, so not just only their kuyates and twins and things like that, but also just other people within our organization or from other schools, just so we aren't all usually hanging out with the same group of people, but that we are able to network and connect with a greater group and with our greater community.
Okay, sorry. Okay, thank you for your answer. And then for the second audience question, this past year, it has been difficult for some to socialize and meet new people on the virtual platform. Because of this, we noticed that the turnout usually becomes stagnant or declines throughout the semester. So how do you plan on making people feel comfortable in our organization and retaining participation in our events?
To retain participation in our events, I definitely think, especially as a social activities coordinator, that it is important to reach out to people, especially those who may be new and may not have found that or found a bigger friend group within Samahan yet, to just reach out to them, see how they thought about like the social or the event that we went to, and also encourage them to come out to more events, and just ensure that they do feel welcomed to come out to more events, and that that they have myself or other people there that they can interact with and just talk to ensure that they feel welcomed at all the different events or socials that they may go to.